balloon with some sticky tape.
Nice.
Actually, it's pretty, isn't it? Actually soared 23 miles high to the edge of space and produced an extraordinary video of the Earth.
We're talking to Alex and Chris and John in a moment, but first here's John Hill, who's been taking a look at the film.
Like all the best inventions, it begins with a bit of tinkering on the table. Alex and Chris filmed their exploits. The hollowing out of a homemade box to house the video cameras, sealing the box with tape, and testing the parachute re-entry system in the most rigorous of conditions. Cut to launch day, T-1. The helium-filled balloon takes off on a flight of almost 3 hours to the very edge of space, and these are the stunning images that came back. The higher the balloon climbs, the darker the sky becomes, and the curvature of the Earth's atmosphere is revealed below. After swelling to many times its original size, the balloon eventually bursts, allowing the parachute to open and the box to descend gently back to Earth. And for the UK's latest and cheapest space programme, mission complete.
Well, that looks spectacular, doesn't it? Now, you've got degrees in science and things like that. You've been in the interview.
Well, I'm really excited about this because this piece of equipment here has been up to 90,000 feet, 100,000 feet, right literally to the edge of space. I mean, if you were to go up there as a human being...
Look how polite he's being.
Well, you'd die instantly, wouldn't you? And yet this has been up there. But the big question is, of course, why?
Well, that's it really. It was something we were aware had been done before, and we really wanted to sort of put our own spin on it and have a go. And, you know, really once we'd got the thought in our head, that was it. It was always going to happen. We really wanted to... and also to show that other people could do it.
It was always going to happen, but you really never knew what you'd get at the end result. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many things that could have gone wrong with it, you know. At every step of the way, if something had just not worked out quite right, then we would have had nothing to show for it.
Everything's so simple, isn't it? It's just a polystyrene box you've hollowed out. You put the camera in there, a high sort of resolution camera, which just literally sits in there. I mean, that's not terribly expensive, is it?
No, I thought that was £40 actually, and that was, you know, pretty much one of the most expensive bits of equipment in there.
And that just sits in there, the parachute sits on the top, put the lid on, stick it to a balloon, and up it goes. How long did it take to get up to 100,000 feet?
Well, the entire flight was 2 hours, 15 minutes, but that only includes the ascent, doesn't it? We're not entirely sure. Well, from the video, you can really see how long it is ascending for. But it was 2 hours, 50 minutes before it came back and gave us a signal.
It gets up there, that's 2.5, 3 hours, and look at that, you can see the blackness of space. There's no atmosphere up there to give you a blue sky. That is space, isn't it, looking into the blackness of it, and the curvature of the Earth you can see there as well. And was it a bit of a bumpy ride on the way up for the camera?
Yeah, it was, yeah. It went through a few patches of turbulence, and then by the time it had sort of reached its peak, it had steadied out nicely.
So it gets up there, the balloon bursts, and thankfully there's a parachute on there. The parachute deploys and it floats back to Earth.
Put it into context, International Space Station, £100 billion, 350 quid.
Can't be bad. You could probably bring it down a little bit more as well. I mean, if you've got your own camera.
Give Rosie charming him.
That's even less if you've got something you're willing to gamble with.
Oh,
thank you
so much for bringing it in and showing us the film. It's been spectacular.
Thank you.
Best of luck with your next venture, whatever it is.
Thank you. No problem.
I'll see your forecast at the end of the show, John.
For sure.
But now let's head in the opposite side
That's well cool.
of the ground. Remember the 33 minus track and chilly last summer?
Oh, it's such a clever